We are live for our Project Me. This is actually week number 2 for some of you, and some of you guys are just getting started. So we're gonna do a couple different things tonight. Number one, housekeeping, is I am your coach. I'm Coach Callie Carroll, and I am here to support you guys every step of the way in your journey to get those results that you deserve, the results that you've been running after, and not just get them, but keep them. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing is I'm actually watching the live video right now, and we have Jay that's here doing the same thing, where we're going to be able to see any of the questions that you post and any comments that you have. So make sure that you're interacting, participate. Each week we want to start to make it a theme of sharing, like what did you accomplish over the last week, how many pounds down are you, so that we can celebrate. If you want to share any photos, you are more than welcome into that space. I know that we have our private page for that as well, which is what we're on right here on our page. But share as much as you can, okay? And if you have a question, ask it, because I guarantee you somebody else has the same question. They're just not asking. So ask for everyone, right? So looks like you guys are you're getting started, you're kicking off. We've had a lot of people that have just rolled in the last couple days, so some people will be jumping on that are just getting started. But I want to remind you, before we start talking about our subject of tonight, which is going to be fitness, since we went over the nutrition program and how that works last week, the private group, you guys, is really going to be something that supports you to get results on this program. And I know that it's like, even for me, going back to the private group setting, it's a little bit like it's not top of mind. Like, it's like, oh, I forget, I keep forgetting to do that, right? So I want to encourage you guys to do a couple things. When you go into this the Project Me participants page on Facebook, you can actually make it a favorite. So you can, like down here, if you look at all the different like groups or whatever, you can create this as one of your favorites, so it pops up top so you see it regularly. Okay, so that's one thing that I would do. The second thing is, if you're just not quite remembering, one, you might not be too clean on your nutrition yet, because when you're really into this, like it's always there. But you could set an alarm. Just, you know, maybe morning and night, I'm going to jump in there. I'm going to, you know, whether I ask some questions or support or give some motivation or just talk to my friends, jump on that page a little more often. Here's what we asked after your first week is, I want to know what you guys are running after. You know, to coach you, I need to know what your goal is. And without a declaration of a goal, I have no idea what you guys are trying to do. I really need to see what you want to accomplish. So you guys can see in the private page here, I love Catalina's post. Catalina, thank you so much for that. I want to just kind of like highlight, here's one thing that she's been doing, is like looking up what she wants her goal body to be, right? Now, I would also love a number on that, right? I would love to see, I want to, you know, lose this much weight or get into this size of pants or something like that, so we have something that we can like gauge off of. But this is one of the first things that we were going to do, is post our goal, your hot shot that you would like love to see, like what photo says confidence to you, and then that would kind of show you like, this is the body type I'm running after, right? Because all of us are different. We all want for something different. That's perfect. And also the final one, and I'm not going to scroll any further because this is a public forum, so I don't want everybody to be able to see, but we do have some people that are starting to participate in this, is sharing with us your befores. Like, this is where I stand before you guys today. This is my front, side, back. You guys saw the how to take a selfie video, hopefully, or I'll show you where to find that. And I am making a commitment to myself to make a change. I'm taking a stand for where I'm at, and I'm going to make a change. And I know that that first picture is so hard to take, you guys. Like, I was a struggle bus with some of our first clients, getting them to take the photo. But here's the deal. When you guys lose 15 pounds, 30 pounds, when you're starting to cut up, when you feel so good, and you're like, none of my clothes fit, I'm going to say, yo, let's see your side by side and see how your body's changing, so we can celebrate even more. And you're going to be like, I forgot to take before pictures. I'm already down I get this all the time. I'm already down 10 pounds and I forgot to take before pictures, right? And that visual feedback you're going to get from the photo is something that you probably just don't understand yet. So just trust me as your coach and take the photo. I hope that you're willing to share, because that's going to up-level your accountability. If it's not, if it's just in your phone, no problem. I've had clients that we've gone back to their pictures after a full 35, 40 pounds and really saw what they were able to do. Okay, so participation is key to get results, you guys. And the Project Me participants page is exactly where we do that. Take those couple things. Find your hot shot, declare what your goal is, take your before pictures. Okay, one other thing that I'm going to mention is a public declaration is something that is going to change the game for you. With Megan, when we originally did this, you guys, she was telling everybody like what she was running after. And when you speak it, it's going to come to you. Like, you tell enough people, you feel this like weight of, I am going to do this. Like, it solidifies what you're running after. So I encourage you, if you're willing to take the challenge, to go to your own Facebook page and post what you're getting into. I'm starting my Project Me program. Cannot wait to share the results that I'm going to get after 6 weeks. And maybe you share your hot shot, like, this is the hot shot that I'm going for, whatever that looks like. And I would love for you to use hashtag Project Me. Are we just sticking with straight up Project Me? So that I can search those. But also, if you can tag me, this has been just very helpful in the past, so I can go see your posts, since I have so many things that are in there, so it's actually on there. I would love to see that. Okay? All right, housekeeping done. You guys are going to love tonight. We're going to talk about fitness. And I'm going to pop into your Project Me page. You guys have this down pat, right? Like, you're on week 2, you're vets, or maybe you just started yesterday, so you're totally a vet. Just kidding. You're like, what is she talking about, the website? So Project Me participants, if you're just getting in, we need to make sure that you're in this group page. If you're watching this and you're not in this group page for some reason, reach out to Jay or I, because there's something that happened there, whether it was a miscommunication or you didn't really get your program yet or whatever that is. We want to make sure that we have you in here. We had a lot of people that just signed up for the 2-week promo. Did you guys see that? I just have to show you real quick. In case you did not know, we launched a 2-week money back guarantee, risk-free opportunity for people to try the program, because maybe you've told a couple people like, I'm gonna wait and see what your results are. Right? Here's the thing. In 6 weeks, and you're down 15 pounds and they're just starting, they're going to be kicking themselves because they didn't do this with you. So check this out. There's 2 weeks. It's less than $35. They get the 2 shakes a day, so they still have their meals included in this and full access to everything. They get your entire access to this Me's Only page. They have that for their program. So if you had somebody who was on the fence, you guys, take them to the Project Me. It's the projectme.cc page, and you'll see the 2 weeks right here underneath challenges. All right, and we'll post a link in the Project Me page. You guys will see it all over the place, but share with them. Okay, so now to the Me's Only, and let's talk about your workout routine. Does anybody have any questions based on from last week about nutrition that you guys have? How to take what, when, any of that good stuff? No.
Questions. You might want to cover the educational topic, the new ones that are coming up.
Yes, we'll do that for sure. So you guys remember, when you go to your Project Me support page, you've got these different buttons here that I'd be using all the time, truthfully. Like, when I started off, I'd use the scales and the tools and facts. But your daily education, this is where your information is coming in, and your recipes are always there, meal plan and recipes. So daily education, I'm going to pop in here, and you guys will see. You can go, if you're on day 1, this is the article you want to read. How simple is that, right? Part 2 is going to be right here. But we've got a couple more things that we've added on here. So if you look at your exercise, your 3rd meal, your tools, that was just day 2. That was right in the beginning. How do you handle detox symptoms? I'm not sure where you guys are at in your program, but some of you might experience some sort of detoxing process when you're on this program. Not only do we have cellular nutrition, where you're getting the nutrients down at like the most raw level, but also your body, when you put this many like rich vitamins and everything into your body, if you're not used to it, if you maybe had a crappy diet before, you might start to experience a little bit of changes. It's no problem. Your body's just getting rid of what it does not need as it starts to pull in all the goodness that you guys are putting in. Okay, so read that article. And then we've got our protein, water, other struggles that people have. You've got your weekend cheats. Oh man, every weekend, right guys? Like, you get to the weekend and you're like, okay, I've got to survive this weekend, or I'm just going to go backwards in my plan. And it's true. You know, if you lose 2 pounds Monday through Friday and then you cheat after that, you're going to probably see not the best results. So how can we help you stay on track over the weekend? And then we've got a couple over here, Head Start on your habits. So throughout this program, really what I explained to you guys if you did a cell session is that this is not meant to be a diet. It's not meant to be a temporary exercise routine. This is meant to be a lifestyle change for you. This is meant to be something that is habitually who you are and how you operate. People ask me like how do you get to this certain level of physique, or like are you training for something specific? You guys, I'm just training for life. I do the same thing over and over and over again. I have been for 6 years. My habits are created. I have a tea every morning. I have 2 shakes almost every single day. I have colorful meals. I have protein rich foods. I do exercise because I love it. And getting results when you guys have a lifestyle of health and fitness is simple. It's easy. Like it is who I am. So read through you guys' different subjects, okay? And then I'm going to go back and we're going to talk about exercise for a little bit today. So I'm going to click on the workout routines just so you guys are aware, remember where they're at, and give you a couple reminders. When we started the program, you guys saw that Megan came to me and she was working out like an hour and a half a day. I think part of it is because she was boy watching, but seriously, like being in the gym for an hour and a half, I don't have time for that. I know that other people can train that way. But if you take care of your nutrition outside of this, you can have a very effective workout in a short amount of time. So some people skip the fitness side because of a couple different things. One reason, the number one excuse that I hear is because they just don't have time. They don't know how to fit it in. They don't know where to stick that workout. Okay, and for me, there's never an excuse. I'm always going to figure that out. But there is one fact that if you start your day off, if you have 20 minutes of exercise, you're actually going to pick up your productivity level throughout the day. So you'll get more done because of the exercise that you had. So you actually aren't losing any time. You are picking up production and gaining time by taking care of yourself. So that's one thing to look at. Another thing, before I go through the workout programs, and I just want to talk to you guys about what's called a Tabata. There's going to be a video that rolls out onto your guys' news. And I explained the full Tabata to them in that, right? So that'll be rolling out to you guys so you can watch the video, but it takes away all excuses. Like, it takes us away all excuses. It's literally a 4-minute workout routine, and you can stack on as many 4 minutes as you want. So if you have 8 minutes, you can do 2. If you have 12, you can do 3. If you have 16, you can do 4. Okay, and you can literally get your heart rate up high, get your toning in, and get full body in a very short amount of time. So if somebody's giving me that I don't have time excuse, I'm going to shift that for them. That, you know, like if your lunch hour, you drink your shake now, it took you 30 seconds, you can do that at the desk. The other time you can go out and just be doing your walking or whatever that would look like. Okay?
And they can watch you get killed on your Tabatas doing just push-ups in 4 minutes.
Like literally at the end of 4 minutes of like push-ups, you guys, you'll be completely like exhausted. You're going to get all of the energy storage in your muscle gone just in that amount of time. So it's a very it's a relevant workout. It's going to be something that's very effective for you, right? And that's going to be for my excuse makers, all right? The other excuse that I hear is you don't have the energy. You're like, I just don't have energy to work out, Cal. Like, I don't know why you're talking so fast right now. I can barely even listen to you. I don't have the energy to. That's okay. It's normal when you start your program to be perhaps low energy. I was tired. God, I don't know when it was. A couple months ago. I'm not sure. I felt the experience of like tiredness, and I don't know what that means anymore. Like, for me to feel tired is a rarity, and it's super frustrating. So I get it. If you feel tired and a lack of energy, that can be challenging. I'm going to tell you, number one, stick with your nutrition program, because you're going to see that when you're doing that, your energy starts to transform. I have people that are literally like, Megan would come to me and she's like, Callie, I'm just like, she's so like bottled up with energy. She's like, what do I do? I'm like, go for a run, work out more, right? Like, you have the energy to be active and not be sitting on the couch. Go be active, play with your kids, whatever that is. But you'll start to see that your energy is going to shift because of your nutrition program. The other thing, and I know this one's hard to handle, is that working out and spending that energy creates the energy. So even though it's difficult to start, if you just walk out the door, so I'm going to talk to you guys that this is really hard for you to talk about. You just walk out the door and you say, I have to be outside for 20 minutes. That's it. I just need to be outside moving. Whatever moving looks like for you. Maybe it's a low, like a long step stroll, kind of slow as you're just getting used to it. Maybe you're skipping, maybe you're walking. Maybe after you do this 5 days in a row, you get bored and you're like, oh, I'm kind of bored out here for 20 minutes. I'm gonna maybe jog for 2 of the minutes that I'm out here. And you enjoy the fresh air. You just start to get that experience of what it's like to just start burning some calories. So that's my challenge for you guys that are like, I just need to start somewhere, and this sounds horrible, and I've always hated exercise. No problem. Okay? That's where I want you guys to start. So now we've taken away the excuse of time. We've taken away the excuse of energy. And that's probably like a group of you guys that are watching right now, right? Now, the other side of you might be like, I'm used to regularly working out. I just don't exactly know how. Like, I don't know if I'm doing it right. I need a trainer. Somebody's got to yell at me. Am I getting the right exercises in? That's why we have these programs for you, to break out a full body program where you're getting all of the different components. And I'm going to jump into one of these programs to explain this, why I created it. I know that it doesn't look super like fancy on here, but there is a method to my madness of what I have going on here. And it doesn't have to be on these certain days. So I clicked on the hardest program because I want to give you guys a little bit like more of a taste for what this is, okay? And I usually have people that come to me with specific questions about some of these workouts. Like, okay, really tell me more about the sprint intervals, or what about in the Tabata set, can I be doing this? Whatever it is, that's why I'm here. So if you guys have questions when you start to go through this, ask me, okay? So you're at home right now and you're watching, you're like, okay, I haven't picked my program yet. So first of all, pick your program. You guys will see that the advanced program is about 5 days a week, 6 days a week actually. Okay, I'm going to go back real quick so you guys can see. The intermediate program is going to be about 4 days per week. And then I've got some cardio that's pieced in there. And the beginner program is 3 days a week on average. All right, so pick which one you want to do. Here's the cool part. You guys are a part of this. Start with one of them, and if you're like, the beginner was too easy, I want to move up, move up. No problem. All right, so back to the advanced program. So I'll just kind of show you how a couple of these works. And look at, here's the printable version. So if you're like that guy that wants to have all this stuff printed out, you guys can print up everything. You can have a notebook. You can go to the gym. You can write down your weight. You can write down, you know, if you took your pics that day, your stats. Then you can look at through what your workout is for the day. I have people that are super organized. That's not me, but you guys can definitely do that. All right. Looking at our advanced workouts, here we go. Okay, so I start you off it's really exciting with sprint intervals. You're like, just get it done right away. You do not have to go in this order, and it doesn't have to be a Tuesday to start. Okay, so you guys can start wherever you want. It's not that specific, but I am alternating what you're doing. So if you guys see on this full week here, I have chest, butt, and abs in a weight room. Then I have a cardio day. Then I have an interval, a HIIT training day. Then I have a cardio mixed with lifting. Then I have just a full body tone, and then I have abs. I'm getting all of the different components of exercising. So if you've had a trainer in the past and you go do training 1 day a week, what do you do the other 5? What do you do the other 3? Whatever it is, right? This is giving you all of those different opportunities of what to do. So if you click on the sprint intervals here, you're going to see that it just takes you to a description. If you're like, if you're a visual learner, for like, if you're reading, I guess would be right, you'll just go through and you'll see what these different sprint interval workouts would be. And I always I have a video on here, so if you guys look over here, you just click on the YouTube video and you're going to get one of me being a total spaz, probably teaching you how to do that workout. But I love this. Like, when you're sprinting, it means like we're not working out for a long time, you guys, but we work out hard. Meaning like you're running from the police is what I always say. Like, and that is such an incredible workout for your core. All right, so this is going to be an example of how the workouts break down. You've got a YouTube video, you've got a description, you can print them out. I'm going to go back to this page and show you like another one. So cardio band set, you're basically, and I love this one outside. You could take one of those exercise bands, right? Like the whatever, you can get them at like Walmart. They've got a little handle or like rubber on the end, and you could go outside and you literally run, jog, sprint, walk, whatever. You get your heart rate up, and we're going to talk about that in a second. You get your heart rate up for 4 minutes, and then you stop and you do bicep curls with the bands. And you can change the weight of your bands just by how wide your feet are or how you're stepping on it, so that you're getting a good burn of that muscle group. And then you run again, and then you do military press, and we actually describe that. And hey, if you're like, I don't know what a military press is, Callie, I've never worked out. Perfect. Watch the YouTube video. It's right there, right? There's the link. So that should make sense for each one of these workouts. If you guys have questions, you have a coach. You're in the group, right? Ask questions about it. I will be answering those. Come on the live groups, ask about it, and I'll be answering those. So we're there to support you for all of your workout needs. Now let's talk about how to work out in addition to this for a second. So when Megan came to me and I was asking her how her workouts were going, she's like, they're going really good. And I was just curious, like, how hard is she actually working out? Because she was doing an hour and a half before. So at the end of these workouts, she could be like, I've had other people say, like, I don't like you very much. Like, that's kind of the answer I would prefer to hear, where they're just pushing their bodies to the right intensity. So how hard should you work out, right? How hard should you be breathing? And then a couple different things about, God, I could talk about workout for 18 of these. So I don't even know how distracted I want to get. Let me just talk about intensity first. So in exercise, you have your frequency that you work out, the intensity, the type, and the time. That's like basically the acronym for how you figure out what to do for your workout routine. So frequency, you guys can see in here, we have between 3 to 6 times per week. Your body does need a rest day. It needs to recover. You need to recover the muscles that you tear up during that. So that's why we have the rest day in there. Recommendation for weight maintenance is 30 minutes a day. So it's 3.5 hours per week total. That's just to maintain where you're at. If you're here and you're going for results and you've done that before, then you want to do 7 to 10 hours per week would be the recommendation. Now, they give those like timelines, but then like I just told you guys, like some people are at the gym, they're not even working hard. So I see people that work out for 30 minutes a day and they crush it in 30 minutes and they watch their nutrition. That's all they need. So you need to judge that based on what you're doing in the gym setting, right? So intensity, the next piece, how hard should you work out? And when you start off, it's not going to be the same if you haven't worked out in a long time, okay? But when you start off, listen to your body, all right? When you're out, this is like doing your first walks or runs or whatever that is. The way that I judge for like a long distance cardio is that you want to be. You can do 220 minus your age, times the percentage that you want your heart rate in. You can look up different things, how intense should it be. You could get a puller, you could get a strap. You can do all of those different things, okay? Or you can just do a simple talk test. And that would be when I'm training someone and we're going for a jog, I want to be able to talk to one another and have a conversation, but both be slightly out of breath. So we're not like, I'm not talking like right now, like I'm ridiculous, right? And I'm also not able to talk at all. Instead, I'm probably having a conversation and having to take some breaths to get my, to air back in, right? So that's a talk test of about where you want to be during your long, slow distance cardio. Your the LSD workouts is what that's actually called, which we have in every one of the programs. It's just your straight cardio, right? The other type that we do in the programs here is we have HIIT training, which is high intensity interval training, which is where basically you're bringing your heart rate up and then you're bringing it back down and you're bringing it up and you're bringing it back down. So you saw in that band run that I was doing, I showed you guys this guy right here. If you're going and you're doing cardio and you don't jog, your heart rate might be a little higher and you might not be able to talk very well. You might be like 80% instead of your max heart rate during that time. I'm not sure. It depends on your conditioning. So it might be a little higher during the cardio, but then you stop and you take some breaths and you slow your heart rate down as you do your bicep curls. It doesn't come all the way down. It comes down to where you're like, oh, I can have a conversation and be comfortable now. And like I feel like I'm getting some energy, and then I go again. So that's what the high intensity interval training is. I love HIIT training workouts because they're fast, and you have this post-calorie burn. And these are, we could talk about so many subjects and I probably shouldn't talk about all this at one time, but you have this post-calorie burn that happens up to 36 hours after you work out. So you can like burn so hardcore that your body's recuperating those muscles and restoring everything in your system, where you're actually burning more calories. Your metabolism, oh my gosh, is up for that amount of time. So that's a super cool way to do it too. In your workout programs, you guys have all of that. Okay, so intensity is going to vary based on that. We just talked actually about the type, which is either your long, slow distance or your HIIT training. And the time is going to be just based on what your body can handle, whether that's the 30 minutes, 45 minutes. The key piece for me, for you guys, for exercise, and then Jay, if you have anything else that you feel like I forgot, is enjoying what I'm doing. Like it really is, for me to create a lifestyle that I'm going to love, I need to find a passion for it. And I've gone through different stages, you guys. I went through these types of boot camps that you're looking at right here. I did probably for 8 or 9 years. I didn't get bored. I like, we're all different. I could not repeat the same workout in a year. Basically, like, I would do a different workout every single day because I just like the variety. The other thing that I would do is I would work out with friends. I kind of like people and I kind of like talking. So if I could be around a group of friends, you could find somebody else who wants to meet you in the park, go to the gym together. I liked that aspect, not because I was really talking to them a lot during it, but because I had the camaraderie. My accountability buddy was always the best because we're both running after like the same sort of results, right? They're doing the program with me. We both know what the workouts are. I love that piece of it. So community, and then the next piece for me is the fun. Like after those 9 years, well, okay, that's a lie. Let me tell you guys the truth. There are some workouts that I have not wanted to do at all in my life, and I had to force a love of, but once it came up, I stuck with it. So you might not love the first 2 weeks of working out, and that's okay. That is okay because you're going after different goals. For me, the time commitment I would give myself, and I still do this like right now, I give myself 1 month to go after something, and I have to dive in for a month and see if my body basically gets addicted, aka I create a habit. I did it with running. Not a runner at all. You guys, I'm a gymnast. I'm short distance. Like, I do not want to have to be whatever. I like short sprints. Okay. I
remember yours and I's comparison on running when I started running and you were running and you're like, how can you do this?
Because I hated it. I absolutely hated running. It was the worst ever. And I guess I just wanted to switch something up. And I had a friend that was a runner, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to just do it. Like, I'm going to do 40 miles a week for a month. I don't know why I picked these ridiculous numbers. But at the end of that, I can tell you guys that if I woke up and didn't get to run, I was kind of angry. I was like, my body had found a love for it, for the endorphins that it created and the mind shift that I was able to have during it. So that was one adventure. Another one was yoga. Like, I always said I wanted to do yoga because of the stretching and the peacefulness of whatever. I didn't really know much about it. And I said that I wanted to do it, and that means that I have it on my dream board. Like, someday I'll do this, but like did not actually ever want to do it. It's like when people talk about yoga, I'm like, ugh, like who would ever want to be a yogi? And then because it was something that I had declared and spoken and said, I decided I gave myself 1 month. 1 month hardcore, and I went 6 days a week for an entire month. By day 6, I was sold. Like right now I have this wrist injury and I can't do yoga for about another 5 months, and it's killing me because I love it that much. So sometimes what you hate will become what you love and what you'll absolutely miss if you can't do it. So if you're kind of struggling with any of this at first, you guys just give it a shot. Like it's gonna, your body will start to transition, and then you almost like can't not work out. Were you thinking of something else? I feel like you had a brilliant idea.
I would scroll down and show them some of that exercise.
I was purposely not doing that, Jay, because I hate looking at myself and hearing my own voice completely. Is that a little ironic with the situation?
No matter how goofy you think you look doing exercise, it's not going to be this goofy.
Okay, that's a really positive piece. If you guys think you're going to look like an idiot in the gym, just watch what I look like. This is extremely profound.
And
you can't even, I mean, I don't think if I play it, I think it's going to reverb,
It's going to reverb, yeah.
So I'm not going to do that. But this is the crap that I do. I'm teaching you a tuck jump right now. It's a very good exercise. So you have me, and like I said, Corky, your coach, me, like just here to support you, right? So you've got, this is the art of the tuck jump. Let me teach you guys, like, what is wrong with me? My God. Look at these still photos here too. Shoulder raises, tricep extension, bird feeders are the worst. You do like 10 and you think it doesn't hurt, and the next day you try to pee and you fall over. I love it. It's one of the best things ever. So you guys are going to see there's all sorts of different exercise descriptions. Oh, there I am. You guys are welcome. So we've got a ton of different things here.
And then when you do your exercise intensity video that they'll see in the training material next week, just folks don't exercise next to a busy highway like we did that day.
Yeah, don't do that. We're not sure, but sometimes we have funny ideas and we just go for it.
Just goes to show you can exercise anywhere.
Anywhere. I do have one of me in a Walmart. Definitely waiting for like my kid's prescription or something, working out. So you guys look for that one. It's really, really good. With the workout piece of it, you guys, you're gonna like make it fun, like, right? Find some fun in it. You'll love when the energy starts to kick up. And when you're talking about like cutting and toning, which some of you are trying to do, it really takes pushing your muscles to the limit. So this is the last thing that I want to talk about, if we don't have anything else for exercise, is that when you start to work out, you actually tear your muscles. So you have your muscle strands, and they're going to tear apart when you're working out, and then they're going to grow back together bigger, and then they're going to tear, and then they're going to grow, and then they're going to tear, and then they're going to grow. And that's how you gain muscle, right? That's the whole process. Now, tearing like your little muscle fibers isn't the most comfortable. Like, you're going to have a soreness, maybe the night of, if it's a really hard workout, the next day, and quite often a 2-day, the Lord sent, like, soreness, where 2 days later you're like, why does I ran 7 miles for the first time in a while a couple days ago. My body feels like I got ran over by a truck today, in a good way. So you need to like think about when your body feels, when you have that soreness. I want to encourage you guys to celebrate the soreness, congratulate yourself, like, I rock, I did it, I can't pee and I can't wash my hair, but it's okay because I'm gaining muscle. And we'll talk about metabolism maybe next week. We'll talk about metabolism next week, and I'm going to show you guys what that actually does for your metabolism so that you understand that that's a good thing. But do make sure that after your workout you have some sort of protein, and we're doing a lot of protein in your nutrition program anyway, so you're going to have the muscle build. But within 30 minutes to an hour, then, you know, whether that's, I plan my workout, so I have my shake afterwards. That's just how I plan my day out. So if you're not doing that, you can have an extra shake as a snack if you need to, but make sure you're getting protein in. It'll help with the soreness, and drink a ton of water. Remember from last week, half of your body weight in ounces of your water. So for me, 75 ounces of water. I was going to say gallons. That would have been a lot. All right.
So if they haven't done their before pictures.
Before pictures.
And some of them are coming up on their first week, so weigh-in results.
Every week, guys, this is where we get to celebrate each other. This is where, like, remember how we talked about last week, not getting on the scale each day? When you wake up on your final day, which might be today, weigh-in Wednesday, we talked about that, you're going to be stepping onto that scale. Let us know how you did. Like, if you need a person to reach out to me, you're like, oh man, I didn't get results this week, then I need to look at your program, I need to look at your food log, I need to see what's going on, just to make sure that you're on track. That's part of the program, all right? So on our private page right here, go in here. Remember, I'm not scrolling to show you guys, this is not one of us, by the way. I'm not scrolling because I don't want to show any of the other private information. This is for our group only. None of this is shared. So let's celebrate what you were able to accomplish, and make sure that you guys share those goals, your potential hot shots, and make a declaration. That's it, my friends. We do not have any questions at this time, so you guys are nailing life. I'm super proud of you. Cannot wait to see the results roll in. And really, you guys, I want to develop a relationship with you. So I'm going to be watching who you are. I'm going to be watching your posts, and I'm going to watch like your interactions on there. And I cannot wait to see what you guys accomplish. So.
And we'll be posting this video into the private group so people can watch it after the fact.
Yeah, we'll have these. So a couple of these are going to be so important. We're going to make sure you guys have access for later on. There's still time to invite your friends. Don't forget that 2 weeks, if they're a little hesitant, invite them to go to the 2-week promotion that we have right here. Money back guarantee. And otherwise, share with your friends. Let's get some accountability groups going. Don't forget about your tank top. If you get 2 people in, you get that. And that is a wrap for this evening, you guys. Let's go exercise. I've only done, I did a dance class today for an hour, and then I did a 2-hour hike because I do things that I love. Like, that's how I exercise today. So.
But Callie doesn't want you to do that on a regular basis.
I don't. I'm just crazy, is what it is. Stick with your program, you guys. All right, I gotta go do a workout, the band interval right now. I'm going to shut you guys off. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Thanks, guys.